Hello and welcome to the Superintendent's Perspective. I'm Lisa Ayala Hetler, Edinburgh CISD Public Information Officer. I'm joined by Superintendent Dr. Mario Salinas of Edinburgh CISD. And today we've got a special show. We're talking about a number of different things, but one of the things we're talking about is Public Schools Week. Now this is important. Why?
Public Schools Week is part of the celebration is we invite parents to our campuses.
Right.
We invite the parents of our children to go visit their teachers at the respective campus, elementary, middle, and high. It's always been big in Edinburgh. The exciting part of this particular Public Schools Week is that it's been 2 years since we invited parents into our campuses to go visit with teachers due to COVID.
Right.
And so for the first time in over 2 years, our parents are going to be invited into the school to go visit with the teacher of their children. And so we're excited and we're hoping the parents go and visit with the teachers about their children.
Absolutely.
Remember, we haven't had a meet the teacher night like in 2 years.
I think that's something we always look forward to actually have a chance to go in and talk to the teacher and see how the kids are doing. How's my child doing? How, what are they doing? Explain a little bit. So I always looked forward to that.
And why are we opening up to the parents? Because COVID is the numbers are very low.
Yes.
We feel safe with our parents coming to the facility. Mask mandates are still in place, but nonetheless, we are inviting our parents.
So middle school will be Tuesday, March 8th. High school will be open Wednesday, March 9th, and elementary will be Thursday, March 10th. And it will be open from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. It'll be in person, as Dr. Salinas has mentioned, and masks are required. So we encourage everybody, parents, come on out with siblings as well, meet the teacher, come talk to them, discuss how your child is doing in school, and we're getting back to that sense of being in school every day, getting back to normalcy. It's starting to feel like the regular, pre-pandemic.
Slowly getting to feel like pre-pandemic.
Yes.
Like it was during the pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's gone forever. Hopefully.
So where we left off last week was our after-school programs, which in many ways has been historic and in many ways the most important initiative, one of the most important initiatives that you created and that you started this year. And it's been incredibly important for our pre-K3, pre-K4, all the way up to elementary. It's always been in place for our middle and high school. But we had a chance to go back to Avila, which is where we went in the very, very beginning when we first started. So what was it like for you to go back and see all of those kids?
Yes, we have after-school programs we've always had them at the high school and at the middle school, and we've had them at select inner-city elementaries to some extent. But we redoubled our emphasis on the value of after-school programs, not just the athletics and the fine arts and the things like that, but on the UIL, the enrichment, and so on. And we particularly emphasized our elementary schools, district-wide. And so we went to Avila Elementary this week, Carmen Avila Elementary, northern areas of our district. And we went in there and we wanted to see how the program was going. We've been there before.
Yes.
And what we saw there this week is what we envisioned when we started planning these. We feel that after-school programs, as you saw this week, are just as important as the programming that we have in place from 8 to 4 or 8 to 3:30 in the elementary case. We saw children practice writing skills with their teachers, like in the kidney table, and the teachers working with them, and they're ready writing, practicing coding.
I came here so I could play games and have fun with my friends, and so we could play games together. There's a lot of experience, and you can make your own and play with friends and siblings, and you could send requests to friends, and then you could play together.
We saw children on the piano.
And the piano, the keyboard, that was
keyboarding.
amazing to me that they were all on the music, reading the music, able to understand it. I mean,
You're
that
talking
was
pre-K students.
to second grade.
We feel that these kind of programs are going to have an immediate impact on the children as far as their academic preparation. And it's also going to help them with their emotional, social-emotional growth.
I do believe after-school programs are important for the very simple reason of they keep them in a positive place. Here it's a safe environment. All the sponsors, the teachers are here to give them a helping hand. They have after-school lunch, and they have companionship from the other kids, and they learn from one another, and just to be part of the community in a safe environment.
Absolutely.
You know, there was another class that we went to, and they were doing robotics, and there was a group of 3 or 4 students, boys and girls, and they were trying to figure out some part that they were trying to make the robot work. And they were talking to their teacher, and they were talking among each other, trying to solve the problem. Those are the kind of things that we think are very, very important.
It helps them make connections, I think, in their brain also.
You tell me, what did you see?
Well, I thought that it was significant. You know, it helps them make connections in their brain. I mean, math is involved, science is involved, even with the fine arts. They have those chords, so there's a whole lot that goes into play with just that kind of a thing.
The children that were doing, let's say, ready writing, they were working on that on Thursday. On Monday, those same children were working on mathematics or spelling or one of these other programs. So you multiply those hours, and the children get off at 3:30 at the elementary level. They eat dinner, and then they go to do this, let's say at 3:45, 4 o'clock, and then they do it till 5.
Right.
So you got one teacher, 5 kids or 6 kids. I mean, that is a high quality environment.
Yes.
And the rigor of those activities are higher than what happens in a normal 22-to-1 setting, 8 to 4.
Yes.
So we feel that those kinds of experiences are very beneficial to our students.
Yes.
Immediate impact,
Yes.
and as they participate with this program week after week after week, year after year, we feel that that's got a long-range impact on their academic preparation, social-emotional health, and we feel these are the same children that are going to do really well when they graduate from our high schools and go off to college and get a degree. And one final thing on that program, many parents work till 5 or more, and they have them there because they work.
Right.
You know, and it's just like a double whammy. We're helping the parents with taking care of their children, and we're giving them extra instruction in the academic area of social emotional growth. Yes. The other project that we want to talk about today is construction projects.
Yes.
That are happening right now. We just finished South Middle School cafeteria and stage, theater stage. We just finished that facility.
Change is inevitable, and we're excited that it's here at South Middle School. It's been a long time coming, and we are excited that it's pretty much done. We're at 100% with the cafeteria and the stage. It's being used on a daily basis. Teacher, Mr. Garcia, our theater teacher, is excited about the new area where he can continue with his theater classes, his one-act play contest. So we're just excited that we're in the new building.
We have a career and technology building, career and technical education facility that we're constructing right now.
Yes.
100,000 square foot facility.
Oh, we are ecstatic about the having a new building being constructed at this point, and then as well having 2 of our existing buildings be remodeled, and that is when we are really going to expand to be able to offer courses that we don't have, such as HVAC, electrical, diesel mechanics, plumbing, a firefighter program, barbering, where there's so many different classes that we're going to add to what we currently have, and it's just an excitement. the process has been long, but we're very anxious and very eager to be able to provide those other course offerings for our kids. Well, the first building, the expected completion date right now is December of this year. So we're very much looking forward to that first step, December. And then for the other two buildings, will be the upcoming school year after that.
If we're honest to ourselves, we know that not every child goes to college.
Right.
Not every child goes to college. Some children don't want to go there. They have the smarts, they just don't want to go to college. But we want to have something for those students that want to work with their hands, or do construction, or be
Start
mechanics,
their own business,
or
possibly.
start their own business. We want to have something for them too. And right now, the air conditioning people, the heating people, the mechanics, the electricians, the plumbers, the contractors, construction workers, they're in demand.
High demand.
They're in high demand, and they're going to be in high demand for many years to come. So that facility is going to double the number of students that get that kind of training. So that's happening. We're also going to build, we just finished building a fine arts wing at the Brewster School.
Yes.
That was open to the students this week.
So when I started 4 years ago, the talks had begun about possibly bringing a brand new building for our band hall. We were very excited. So to actually see it here now in person, it's been a dream, a reality, and we're very thankful and grateful for that. Here at Brewster School, although we're a very small school, our students are very successful in their musical journeys. For the past 6 years, they've brought home a UIL sweepstakes trophy. So we're hoping with this building, they'll be able to continue their musical journey and enhance their learning in the next few years.
We are renovating 14 gyms. We're adding new flooring, new goalposts, new air. We are adding a coach's office. We're adding storage. We're adding restrooms. So that is happening too as we speak.
One of the major things is that we didn't have restrooms in the gym. And now we got a restrooms, office, and a storage place, which we didn't have. And it's been a little more than a year that they've been working on it. And it looks real nice now that, they're almost done with it. Hopefully by the end of this month, it should be done.
We are installing an artificial turf at each of the high schools for football and for band to use.
Yes.
As well. We are replacing the baseball lights at Economides. We're replacing the baseball lights at Edinburgh North and the softball lights at Economides. And every facility in the district is gonna get their heating and air conditioning and heating ventilation systems renovated.
Right.
Or replaced entirely.
That's important.
That is very important. So we have all of these projects that are happening with our buildings, with our district. That is we feel it's going to lead to a better learning environment for our students
And for the community.
and for the community.
I mean, we're also going to have the tennis lights that are going to
the
be done
tennis courts
as well.
The tennis courts. We're
So-
going to light up 8 tennis courts. South is already lit up. We're going to light up Barrientos, Pio Garza, Longoria. We're going to light up Harwell. We're going to light up Edinburgh North, Robert Vela, Economides, and Edinburgh High. All these courts at night, we're going to light them up so that people in the community that want to learn tennis, that know how to play tennis, that want to play tennis, they can go. And the courts are lit up and spread out within our district, and they want to go out and play tennis.
And that's popular.
The courts are going to be open to the community. We just finished the ROTC optical course
Wow.
at Edinburgh High School as well. We just finished that project this last week. And we're moving on to Economides and building that optical course as well. Those optical courses can run up to, $500,000 or more. Easy.
State of the art.
State of the art. They're the best in South Texas, according to most people that are familiar with those kind of things.
Right.
So we're doing all of that. We are not borrowing money for this project. We're not raising the taxes to build these projects.
That's right.
We're trying to be smart with our monies, and we're doing all of these projects without having to raise taxes. In fact, we reduced taxes this year by 3 pennies.
Well, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all we can ask for.
Yeah.
Saving money too. So that's amazing.
we're doing other things, and then we can talk about these other facilities or the relationship that we have
Yes.
with our partners, but we'll talk about it on a later show.
Okay.
But that's what we have right now for this week on our update. And
Well, that's awesome. We're looking forward to the next show. So that concludes today's episode of Superintendent's Perspective. Thank you for joining us, and as you always say, stay healthy and stay safe.